Hi YouTube. It is the last day of VEDA, and I don't know how I made it through 30 days of putting up videos. I think it was because I made them kind of crappy, but good enough for my first VEDA. Actually, if there's one thing I have learned this entire time, it's that I will probably never do this again. Since I've started engineering courses, I have not had time to do anything, and if I am reading, it's going to be an engineering textbook, which sucks. And if I have any free time, I'm probably not going to spend it reading something else because, let's be real, my eyes are just going to be... So I'm probably just going to end up watching YouTube or TV. But I am done with school in about 3 weeks, and I have a month break before I have to go to summer classes. So, in the meantime, I am going to read a lot. Here's some of the books that I plan on reading over the summer, and I'm hoping I can get through like half of them, hopefully. Wish me luck. So one book I want to read is Grimm's Fairy Tales. I actually am not into Disney. I know a lot of people are into Disney, and I know I'm going to get hate for this, but I am against Disney a lot because they use sweatshops to make a lot of their products. So I know that it's supposed to be the happiest place on earth when you go to Disney World, but really, half that stuff is made by the hands of poor children who are dying in poor living conditions. So, yeah, I'm gonna be that guy. I'll probably rain on your parade. Anyways, Grimm's Fairy Tales are the original fairy tales for a lot of stories that Disney has stolen and made into happy endings, when really the Grimm's brothers didn't write them to be happy endings. They wrote them to learn a lesson. But I find them way more interesting than Disney, honestly, and I'm super excited for this book. The Communist Manifesto. I am interested in communism. Not that I'm communist or I believe in all the ideas, but I feel like a lot of them are correct. Karl Marx is kind of a genius in my opinion, and I'm already about halfway through this book. It's really interesting, but it's really hard for me to read. I get bored really fast with it, even though it is interesting, but it takes a lot of concentration to get through it. So I want to finish that this summer, and I think I'll be able to make it. Yeah, I'm about halfway, and it's really interesting, and I really like it. Che. So this is a biography about Che Guevara, and I think that's how you pronounce his name, but let's be real, I could be wrong. I'm not very good at reading biographies. I've only finished 2 biographies, one about Mother Teresa and one about Anthony Kiedis, and that was an autobiography. I love Che. I love what he's done for human rights, and I'm about a fourth of the way through this book. It's really hard to read. I'm only in the part where he's still a child, so it hasn't gotten to any of the revolution stuff, but I find it super interesting. But look at how thick this baby is. So hopefully I can make a dent in this. Tears of the Desert. I've made it partway through this too. It's a memoir of a survival of the genocide in Darfur, and it's really good, but I haven't had time to read it, honestly. I bought it so I could become more familiar with the conflict when I became president of World Without Genocide at my college. Never made it through because we were working more on policies than education this semester, but I am definitely going to finish this as soon as possible because it's very, very good. High Fidelity, because it's written by Nick Hornby, who also wrote an album with Ben Folds, and that's one of my favorite albums by Ben Folds. Literally the only reason I bought this book. I have no idea what it's about, but I know that Nick Hornby wrote it, and I like his other writing in Ben Folds' songs, so we'll see if it's any good, and then I'll be able to watch the movie. The Rum Diary by Hunter S. Thompson. I've already read this like 3 times. Maybe 2 or 3 times, but it's so good that I want to read it again. Great book. There's nothing else I can say about it right now. It's just so good. Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens is a genius. Christmas Carol, genius. Tale of Two Cities is probably my favorite book. Hard to read, but at the end it's so satisfying and so... I don't even know. It made me feel feelings that I've never felt before. I'm a small ways into this book. Probably about an 1/8, I suppose. It's already really good, and I really, really like the style. I really like the story and how it's going so far. Cannot wait. Guys, read Dickens. It's classic, it's good, and oh my gosh, it's brilliant. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. because I've seen the movies and I want to know the full story. And I know Lewis Carroll's a creep, but I kind of want to know why his mind works the way it does. Up in the air, because I wanted to see the movie, but I took a pledge that I wouldn't watch the movies that have been made into movies from books until I've read the books. So, I have to read this before I can see the movie. The Lord of the Rings trilogy, because I am missing out apparently. I've read The Hobbit, really liked it, haven't seen the movie, but I can't watch the Lord of the Rings movies until I read the books. So I should do that, so I can be caught up on what everybody's talking about. I don't really know that much about Gandalf. I should know more about Gandalf. And the Silmarillion, just so I can understand better the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit. So, now that VEDA's just about over, I feel like pulling a kid president on you guys. On that note, I'm going to leave before I embarrass myself anymore. Alright guys, I'll see you back, I don't know when, but hopefully the next video will be of a little greater quality. I apologize for that horrid dancing. For right now, best wishes. Ow.